I'll try to be as small as I can.
My name is Ashley Gonzalez, and I am the Chief of Police for Austin ISD Police Department.
Richard Guajardo, Assistant Chief. That's spelled Guajardo, Assistant Chief, Austin Police Department.
Good afternoon, everyone. Shortly before 12 o'clock this afternoon, we were made aware of a disturbance inside the school. The school resource officer on site was made aware that there was a student that flashed or displayed a handgun. As a result, the officer became involved. The suspect fled the scene. He was engaged in a foot chase. The individual left the school campus with officers in full pursuit and chasing him. At the same time, they radioed for assistance. They chased him off campus. We alerted APD for assistance. Numerous officers responded. The school was immediately placed on lockdown for safety reasons to contain the rest of the student population and keep everyone safe. Additional resources were requested at the scene by means of a helicopter as well as a K9 unit because they lost sight of the suspect. A perimeter was established where the suspect was last seen. The suspect was contained. As more resources arrived at the scene, the suspect was later located with the assistance of the K9 unit, the handler, and Austin Police Department. An apprehension was made at that time. Right next to the individual was located an airsoft gun that looked just exactly like a handgun. It was not a real gun, and so the suspect has been taken into custody. I'll turn it over to you for additional information.
When we got the call, we were requested for some additional information and also additional resources, including our Air 1 unit and also our K9 unit. Officers on scene and on campus set up a perimeter very quickly, which helped to capture this suspect. As soon as the school resource officers set up the perimeter, they called us and we provided additional police officers on the scene. It's through the coordinated efforts between AISD and APD that we were able to capture the suspect very quickly, and no one else was threatened or harmed. There was only one suspect that was seen with a weapon, and this is the suspect that we have in custody.
How old was the suspect?
The suspect is a 15-year-old. He is a student from the school. Again, if I can echo on the Assistant Chief's words, we're extremely pleased how this developed and the assistance and mutual coordination. This is something that we've been working on recently, coordinating training. So in the event that there's a crisis or an event like this, we can all work swiftly to resolve whatever issue that we might have. As a result of this, like he said, we were able to apprehend the individual. No one was harmed during this incident. The school was kept safe. I'm very pleased how quickly we were able to lock down the school. The staff did an amazing job. Very grateful for our partners at Austin Police Department. Looking forward to continuing this cross-training. I think it's going to be assisting us, keeping everyone safe.
Where did the student display the gun?
I believe that it was inside the school and in the hallway. So there was a couple of students and maybe a staff member who initially saw him and kind of alerted that somebody possibly had a gun inside the school.
Chief, you said it wasn't a real gun, it was a what?
I'm sorry?
You said it was not a real gun.
Airsoft gun.
An airsoft gun, thank you.
Thank you.
Where was the suspect apprehended? You said that you guys had set up a perimeter. Can you explain that a little more?
The suspect was apprehended just south of the school on one of the side streets. The perimeter was set up first by AISD officers, and because of their quick attention to detail in setting up the perimeter, when we came on, we were able to just narrow it down to one street. And when our K9 officer came out with his K9, we were able to find that suspect right where we believed he would be.
Oh, so you used a K9 to find him?
Yes.
Was he in a hiding position? Or how was
It was at the intersection of New Hampshire and Fairfield.
Was he walking down the street?
The suspect was hiding behind a house.
When you talked to the parents, what were their concerns?
Again, you know, when they hear that there might be an activity at the school is going lockdown, obviously it's going to cause some concerns. That, you know, is the school safe? Is my child safe? And one of the things that we keep telling everybody is that, you know, we train for this. We try to train the staff for this event to minimize impact on the school and maximize safety for everyone involved. We try to keep them informed. You know, I know that some of the situations could go longer than they wanted. They want to be able to be reunited with the children, but you know, school activities resume as normal. It's going to be a normal dismissal time, so there was no need to do anything else in our part.
Chief, will the
I'm sorry?
Is this a criminal offense?
It is a criminal offense. The charges are still going to be sorted out, but it's going to be a felony charge, terroristic threat.
Has the student said why they brought a gun?
We've not had a chance to interview him. We're still getting some information, so the investigation is still ongoing.
So you don't know why he would flash it or show
I
it?
do not have that information at this time.
Do you know, has there been any changes to security at Lanier since the student committed suicide back in October of 2013?
You know, we've learned from every incident that happens, not only within the school, within our district, but also around the state, around the nation. We try to implement different training to address some of those issues. We have counselors on site when something like this would happen. We have additional resources as police safety to keep everybody informed, and we continue to work towards that. You know, training plays a big role, and protocols that we have put in place to respond to crisis are working very well.
Were there any threats made to the school in the past?
I'm sorry.
Were there any threats made to the school in the past?
Not that I'm aware. No, we have not been made aware of anything like that at this point. So I don't know what triggered today's incident.
What did you say the criminal
I
charge
believe
was gonna be?
terroristic threat, felony degree.
Terroristic.
Yeah.
And have you guys ever had this happen with an airsoft gun before? Is this something common? 'Cause I
I'm
know
sorry?
lots of kids have airsoft guns. Is this something that you've seen before?
It happens every once in a while. The problem for us, we take threats very seriously, especially when it's on around the campus. So we will treat it like a real thing every time. We want to err on the side of caution. We don't know what we have, and so until we determine what it is, we will treat it like the real thing.
And did the student ever fire the airsoft gun?
There was no shots fired.
One more question.
He said anything to any students or teachers whenever he pulled this out?
I'm not aware of any comments that were made. Like I said, the investigation is still ongoing, so there's going to be some additional interviews.
Thank you all.
Thanks so much.
En español también.
Okay. We'll do a little bit in Spanish, and thank you very much.
Cuéntenos el incidente que sucedió aquí.
No, y la pregunta.
¿Qué es lo que sucedió?